J. Edgar Hoover, An Examination of Power, Controversy, and Legacy. J. Edgar Hoover is one of the most polarizing figures in American history. As the inaugural director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, he shaped the organization for nearly 5 decades, from 1924 until his death in 1972. Hoover transformed the Bureau from a fledgling agency into a formidable arm of federal law enforcement, yet his leadership was also fraught with controversy. Born on January 1, 1895, in Washington, D.C., Hoover was educated in law at George Washington University. He began his career in government service at the Department of Justice in 1917, during the height of World War I. In 1924, at just 29 years old, he was appointed director of the Bureau of Investigation, later renamed the Federal Bureau of Investigation in 1935. Under Hoover's direction, the FBI underwent significant transformations. He professionalized the Bureau, instituting rigorous personnel standards and training programs. Hoover was instrumental in the creation of the FBI Laboratory, which provided scientific crime detection methods, and the FBI Academy, which offered advanced training to agents. Additionally, he established the FBI's centralized fingerprint file, and the Crime Information Center, which organized and made accessible criminal identification data on a national scale. Hoover is often credited for building a modern, efficient federal law enforcement agency that was instrumental in the fight against organized crime, particularly during the gangster era of the 1930s. He utilized the FBI to target notorious figures like John Dillinger, Babyface Nelson, and Al Capone. Furthermore, the Bureau under Hoover's guidance played a vital role during World War II, counteracting espionage, sabotage, and subversive activities within the United States. However, Hoover's tenure was marred by significant controversies. His zealous pursuit of perceived threats, both foreign and domestic, often led to the overstepping of legal boundaries. His role in anti-communist initiatives, including the Red Scare and McCarthyism, was marked by violations of civil liberties. Critics argue that Hoover used the FBI as a personal tool to gather information and keep files on political figures and celebrities, effectively wielding power through blackmail and intimidation. One of the most contentious aspects of Hoover's leadership was his approach to the civil rights movement. Hoover was notably hostile towards civil rights activists, often viewing them as subversive elements. He notoriously authorized the surveillance of Martin Luther King Jr., resulting in one of the most significant stains on the FBI's history. The legacy of J. Edgar Hoover is a complex one. He undoubtedly played a crucial role in shaping the FBI into a modern, efficient, and professional law enforcement agency. However, his authoritarian leadership style, his disregard for civil liberties, and his politically motivated use of power resulted in a shadowy and controversial image of the Bureau. It is essential to evaluate Hoover's impact not just on the FBI but also on broader American society. His zeal for maintaining national security and law and order often blurred the lines of ethical conduct and respect for civil rights. His actions demonstrated the dangers of unchecked power within the law enforcement apparatus, leading to the implementation of reforms post his tenure. J. Edgar Hoover's influence remains an important topic of study in understanding the evolution of federal law enforcement in the United States. His controversial career underlines the imperative balance between security and civil liberties, a lesson that continues to resonate in the 21st century.